art.
You enter the town hall is now the library.
Look at the portrait on the left.
Yep.
Are they sacrificing a man?
Or saving him from a fire.
But
I
he's
can't
tied
tell.
to what looks like a steel beam.
We'll find out.
That could be a makeshift gurney, is my only thing.
That's I mean, I guess sure you could use that as a gurney, but that's
I'm
crazy,
sure we can
bro.
find out.
I mean, look, if you have a bunch of miners and you have to carry someone out of something on fire, I mean, is this not the best you can do if you don't have like an actual stretcher or something?
They're not carrying him towards the fire.
Right. That's why I think this is a rescue thing.
Oh, he could have been kidnapped, and the miners are saving him.
We'll find out
from these children.
Another cat.
Another cat.
Yes.
Holy shit.
You enter the former town hall. What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas.
Oh, hey, you made it!
Shh.
Nice. Oh, yeah, you can shush her.
I mean, don't do that.
You don't think it'd be taken as a joking measure?
I think they would.
I
think it's
hope
funny.
So, but
they're not Tabitha. They'll get it.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
You quietly shush Stella before heading over to her table. This is a library.
We do technically have the book smarts. God, fuck yeah, the dog is so good.
He's just staring at me.
Yeah.
I do love it. Like, the only way you can describe that dog is a potato.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, you're right. You made it. Glad you could join us.
Alright, she's got a Ghost Tracks, San Antonio, Texas, and no graphics on. Kaneeka shirt.
Yeah. Morning, Brent. You look tired.
Sleep when I'm dead.
I mean, I've said that.
Yo!
That's really good.
What have you Scooby-Dooby done?
That last one is also really funny, but I don't want to make a bad impression with Kaneeka.
Yeah?
Ah.
I mean, either the top one or we do the full Scooby-Doo joke.
I'm obviously fully Scooby-Doo.
Alright, yeah, let's do it.
I mean, it's a little blasé way to refer to the fact that we're investigating a man who died, but yeah, we could keep the mood light.
Damn, if only we had speak to animals, we actually would have a talking dog right now.
I'm still amped up on adrenaline, actually. Never done a Scooby-Doo before. The dog enjoyed the joke.
Oh! Some creepy old guy with a real estate scheme and a bad costume is at least a little more believable than monsters and curses.
All we need now is regression to start talking.
Wow!
Reggie.
Actually, Stella, I have always been able to speak.
Good evening. I'm sure wondering why I called you all here.
Please.
I simply choose my words carefully.
Please stop calling me potato. I find it offensive.
I am not a potato. I
anymore.
am Gretchen.
Anyways, I guess we should get started.
Before you dig in, you remember the boot print you found in the garden?
Okay, good. Yes.
I mean, now I'd say we can show it, sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, before we dig in, I found something in the garden this morning. You hold up your phone and show Kaneeka and Stella the photo you took in the garden. These prints were in the bushes with a clear line of sight to my window.
Dang, that's creepy. You okay?
What is that liquid around it? It looks like pus.
Ectoplasm, perhaps?
Do you think it's Wayne? I mean...
I think the connection one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly that is probably what I'd say. Like, hey, I don't know if this is relevant to this current thing, but it's creepy, and we're talking about creepy shit.
Also, music. Let's go, gamers.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a connection here, but it felt worth bringing up.
Do you think it could be that creep we saw outside the general store last night? You know, Wayne? He knew your name, and those boot prints match up with that whole mining get-up.
Whoa. Apparently I missed a lot last night, huh?
Oh, we didn't tell you about Wayne?
You're not talking about Wayne, are you? That guy keeps coming to my mom's tea room. I think there's something really wrong with him.
He's covered in blood! We're not gonna mention that? Whatever. Yeah.
Look, all of Wayne's t-shirts are covered in blood. It's just a thing, okay?
It's just
I guess,
just how
honestly
he
though,
rolls.
if that is, like, his shirt was always stained red, you'd stop talking about it really fast.
True.
Yeah, we are. I wonder if there's any connection between that guy and what happened in the woods last night.
Like what?
I mean, I don't have anything specific, but we do have the whole prophecy of impending doom angle to explore, and this photo is weird.
I can't stop thinking about those splatters on the ground. Whoever left those prints is sick. Maybe it's from the creatures you encountered. Hey.
It's me and Prij
I was
together
gonna,
at
I was gonna
last.
say, it's kind of y'all, yeah.
Our final form is here.
I do like that Gretchen is doing, he's right behind me, isn't he?
Well, hey there, strangers. And literal stranger. God, the temptation of the peanuts is pure.
Every time.
But I
Every
remain
time.
faithful to the cheese.
I remain faithful to the cheese, thank you.
Should we suck up to him?
I think so.
Yeah, oh my god, we got book smarts, this is the book guy.
Your library is incredible. Can't imagine how much work you have to put into maintaining this sort of collection.
Oh, well, thank you. Hey, Oscar, this is Brett. You know, Tabby's cousin. Oh, I should have known you were a Scarlet. Get the fuck out of my library. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But that Scarlet resemblance is, strong. I'm Oscar Gutierrez. I almost said chef librarian. Chief librarian. And only librarian.
I love that. Chef librarian.
Chef librarian.
Rules.
I'm cooking it up in the stacks. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch.
In a cave with a box of scraps?
Yes. He wrote all these books himself.
He built this library in a cave.
This is all Oscar's self-published books, by the way. He just writes whatever and then puts it in a book and puts it on the shelf.
I mean, isn't that what anybody does when writing books?
No, but like they're not connected. It'll just be like a page of recipes, notes from his phone,
I love that.
his grocery list.
Yeah.
Chris, when are you gonna have enough? When are you gonna have enough phones in your notes on your phone, Chris? To publish a book that's just called Notes on My Phone.
The saving throw notes on my phone has been filled 3 times. Where I was like, you can't type any more in this notes thing. Make a new notes thing.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, saving throw, if I just printed out all of the pages that are written for it, is well over like 500,000 words.
Oh my god.
Arcs are long.
I know. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple of shelves of boring books donated by old people.
That word.
Why did you whisper old people like that?
Because we're in a library.
And they might be listening.
Yeah, this is the only place they go.
Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? She's hanging out with that bitch Peach.
They're carting around.
And now they can cart wherever they want. Back in my day, you could only cart on maps. Now you can go wherever you want.
And you
Open world, they say.
You won't believe it. Fucking cows are driving carts these days.
It's crazy out there.
You haven't met Rosalina. She's the girl reading storybooks to groups of tiny star-looking people.
I hate those freaks, too.
Fucking Luma.
The number of buttons on his shirt, I just realized.
Jesus God.
This dude is sealed up. He has to weld that thing on in the morning.
She left while I was doing my 18 buttons on my shirt.
I miss my wife, Tails.
It's my most vulnerable time. It takes me 15 minutes.
But it's the only way I can properly cover my weak point.
Yeah, he takes it off. He's got a giant, like, red X on his chest.
Yeah, I bet he's got a glowing target.
Why did I buy this shirt from the Way Too Many Buttons store?
Oh, I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting any trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs around with, those star people I previously mentioned. Peach.
The Italian plumbers.
Peach, Daisy, Paulina, and the like.
They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. Rated
That's
T for teen.
An awesome sentence.
I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled.
I mean, what do teens do in a small town of like a couple hundred people that isn't...
Smoke and drink.
Yeah, that isn't...
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's just smoking and drinking, yeah? Whippets.
Genuinely...
At least we had a beach where I grew up.
I'm curious to the old Maxwell places.
Sure, tell us about that.
Definitely.
What's the old Maxwell place?
It's this great old abandoned spot. It's practically a magnet for young people. Even honor students are
Free from its call.
Wow. Can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors there were like Swiss cheese.
Oh, is that the Scarlet Estate?
I was to say.
I really should have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home.
Pepper hates it.
Pepper, would you like to voice Oscar?
Father, please.
I don't want to bring up ditchlings.
Nope, not in front of this guy.
I'd probably just say nothing because it's not really my place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say nothing and let the others talk.
You might not want it to run off like that anymore. It's not as safe as it usually is around here.
Is that so?
Kaneeka's right. There's some weird stuff going on out in the woods.
It's wild that Stella's making this face while saying this line when we saw again a man's head exploded last night, but go off.
Well, that just happened. That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of creatures called ditchlings? God damn it. They apparently show up around places on the brink of disaster. And they also kind of look like the Pillsbury Doughboy was a creepypasta.
Wow, that's a really good description of them. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, again, the one cop called him Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yeah.
You know what the bullshit thing about this is that
What?
the Black Tabby Games team was definitely like describing what the ditchlings look like visually, and they were like, "We'll make them look like creepypasta Pillsbury Doughboys," and they went,
They were like, "Let me use that." It's
"Let
really
me just
good.
write that because
Yeah.
like we can just do that."
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Kaneeka's mom told us about him last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods.
Ditchlings doesn't ring a bell.
Oh shit, he's got the anime glasses eyes look right now.
Oh my wa. Shinderu.
Nani?
Shinderu, I tell you what.
Dang, worth a shot.
I gotta find a way to just clip this Gretchen. face and put it on the horrified soldier picture.
Here, hit H for a second. Let me get a clean screen grab of that Gretchen.
It's very good.
Oh!
What?
It's cute.
Oh!
Madoka Magica on the
Whoa,
laptop.
it is!
Oh, I thought it was a Digimon.
Wow, it really is the fucking Madoka Magica character.
It
Holy
is
shit.
UB, whatever its fucking name is.
Okay, if you were to say, try to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking?
I love the sprite of her. The fucking...
Brilliant note taking right here.
The image is so good.
It's just a little dude with a question mark.
Just a little guy.
Just a little guy, but is he an innocent man?
We're just normal men.
What is that, 11s? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. The Mothman and the like. Should I be worried about something?
Yes.
As a father of indiscriminate age?
I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna go nab some more books.
But where you find books?
Oh, these are all empty. They're all full of liquor bottles, like in the old times.
Oh yeah.
I completely skipped that line.
She said, behave while I'm gone, Stella.
Gretchen.
There we go. Yeah.
You're
Gretchen.
Stella.
I'm Stella. Oopsie. Oh, you don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog?
Yo!
Here, have a biscuit, old gal.
Let's go, gamers!
Thank you, Oscar. Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, jewel leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole.
God, I do so love watching, like, geriatric dogs eating treats because they can't fucking chew it. It's so good. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree. Pun intended, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town.
Look at the fucking dog.
It's so good. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in those woods. The mystical.
Really not feel where all this is going. The moment their whispers made their way to me, everything started to click in place. I reckon. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Half of the mystical things are like, okay, everyone thinks you're weird. Goodbye.
Yeah, there are certain people I feel like I can handle my weirdness. I don't want to be weird to every person I know.
Yeah.
Get out while you still can.
Oh my god.
Run!
Probably the local wildlife one.
Yeah.
Because it is true. I mean, it's...
Yeah, that's factual without being alarmist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not saying run for your life.
It's not get out while you still can.
Right, it's
Run for the hills!
Which is an insane thing for a stranger to say to these people.
Been in here. I've been in this town for one day. Run. Whatever's out there in the woods has been brutalizing the local wildlife. I don't think it's safe.
I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again on that note.
Yeah, no, hey, that's fair, Oscar. I'm sure she's fine. Really. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble. And we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled.
Brent, if you see a 13-year-old girl with black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is very worried about her?
Oscar anxiously wanders off. Phone
Thank
in
you
hand.
kindly now, Brent. Oh, got him.
Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books.
Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair.
All right. It's gonna be so much faster with two of you to help me out. And Brent's like, actually, I got a thing.
We gotta read
Ooh,
books.
I don't know how to read, actually.
Probably should have mentioned that to you that I can't read.
Got any audiobooks here? Picture books?
Yeah. Got our snacks, got our books. Let's get this research party started.
Reading awaits.
Ah, cool.
I love that we'd be book smart but not be able to read.
Look, we have listened to so many audiobooks. Reading awaits.
Ooh. I mean,
What books we got? We got Historical Buildings of Scarlet Hollow, Veins of Scarlet Hollow, A History of Scarlet Hollow Coal Mines, Silas Scarlet, Soldier. Ooh.
Woodsman Leader.
Is that related to it? Is that someone related to us?
It's
Must be,
gotta
right?
be, yeah. Appalachian folk monsters.
Let's do Appalachian folk.
Let's start at the top because we got the special for Booksmart,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm sure we'll learn something about the building we're sleeping in.
This is one of those books you're only allowed to read if you're smart.
It's fucked up,
Historical
but those do exist.
Scarlet Hollow.
Yeah,
Just
like
the thought
infinite
of reading
jest.
a book like this would probably put most people to sleep.
Like the Bible.
That's a
But
joke,
you've got
Your
a-
Honor.
Well, you've got a mystery to solve, and to solve it, you need to know everything there is to know about this town. Ooh. Well, obviously, I'm going to my freaking house.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
The Scarlet
that's nice.
Estate. And arguably the most striking piece of architecture in Scarlet Hollow. And the most
Wait, the
elaborate
cliff wasn't always there?
and the most elaborate and elegant estate in the region prior to the construction of the Biltmore in 1895.
Which is a real place.
Andrew Jackson Scarlet?
Whoa.
Was the president secretly a Scarlet?
I'm guessing that there was a Scarlet who was named after him because he was at one point like very well liked in this country.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a
won
president
won the
and a
president,
war
yeah.
hero.
And arguably the worst president to ever exist.
Yep. Well, until modern times.
Shout out to the Trail of Tears.
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say, I still feel like he could be considered the worst.
Yeah, that's fair.
Andrew Jackson Scarlet chose a location to be atop a hill in Scarlet Hollow's geographic center so that it might be seen from the town below. It remains a constant reminder of the family who carved Scarlet Hollow from the wilderness and provided wealth and prosperity to its residents.
I mean, we gotta learn about the coal mines at the very least.
The original mining facility is no longer standing, having been destroyed in the collapse of 1918. I wonder if that will be relevant.
No.
I wonder if this mining town that had a mine collapse will be relevant in this story.
A century ago, yeah.
When there was a mine in that opening video.
Yeah.
This is Chekhov's mine collapsing mine.
That classic literary trope.
Plato's collapsing mine.
Though the new facility, outfitted with all the cutting-edge technologies of the industry, is in itself a fine example of practical construction. The first iteration of the mining camp was a true product of its time, and what few photographs exist are an interesting peek back at a different era. One can still visit the site of the original Scarlet Coal Mine, though all that remains are a few abandoned tunnels closed off to the public. Chekhov's abandoned tunnels.
Yes.
that I will have to
Yes,
probably go through.
We
at
will
some point.
absolutely be going to it, yeah. Instant
any of
Noodle
these
says,
jump-
"Oh, that's probably where Wade is from."
Where he's from.
Any of these jump out at people?
I mean, not really. Maybe the church.
Maybe the church. Town hall, because we're in town hall right now, which is now a library, so that is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the first buildings constructed by the Scarlet family, the Scarlet Hollow First Baptist Church, still sits on its original foundation, though the building was reconstructed to accommodate the influx of citizens during the Scarlet Hollow coal boom of the late 1800s. Attendance has dwindled since the infamous mine collapse of 1918, and while the building may have fallen into disrepair, its simple vaulted ceilings still evoke awe to any who enter.
Give me Town Hall and then we'll call it.
Silas Scarlet personally funded the town hall's construction as the first municipal building in the then small community of Scarlet Hollow. It has stood at the end of Main Street since before the Civil War. Its white-columned edifice withstanding the ravages of the 1860s and continuing to stand to this day, a stunning piece of antebellum architecture.
I do love the word antebellum.
That's a great word.
After the town of Scarlet Hollow switched to a dog mayor system of governance in the 1920s...
Wait, I'm sorry, what? Gretchen, are you the mayor?
I hope so.
I hope so.
The building has been put to different use, though the upstairs still house the town archive and a special ceremonial office for events with the mayor.
Magnus is the mayor, actually. He's been the mayor
So
the whole time.
The mayor of Scarlet Hollow is a dog.
That's awesome.
I knew this town was cool.
You close the book and put it back. I kind of want to read this one.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, look at that! Look at that fake man.
Hell yeah.
Silas Everett Scarlet was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of 12 siblings. He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the Army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connection, but also due to a particular ruthlessness for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet.
What was the army doing in 1836?
Getting ready for Civil War.
Only the goodest of things. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin, built by Silas's own two hands, occupied by his family of 10. Silas, his wife Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine.
What a son of a bitch.
This one?
Well, we learned a lot from that.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can't learn more about that collapse. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exacerbated by his short stint as serving as a captain in the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest 2 sons to that bloodiest of wars, leaving his 3rd eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take charge of the mine. Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country. Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expansive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet Estate. That was until 1895. The largest and finest feat of architecture in the region.
I'm dead at they became really rich because they didn't get unionized.
Yep.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918. It was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10.
Oh no!
The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's son Theodore, his brother Enoch V, Enoch the Scarlet.
That famous court case.
Yeah, let's say.
I just called Enoch V. Enoch V. Scarlet, who had taken over for their aging father during the bustle of the war. Okay, sorry.
No, it's a complicatedly constructing
No, it is.
His brother, Enoch V. Scarlet, who had taken over for their aging father during the bustle of the war, managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town.
Good job.
So this is how your family made its fortune.
How do you feel about that?
Fucking got him.
I mean, yeah, let's look at some cryptids. Come on.
A few entries catch your eye.
Mothman! Fuck the Jersey
Huge
Devil!
Mothman moment.
Tommy Knockers!
Excuse you?
Alright, so we have some book smart options. Mothman, the Jersey Devil, Ginseng Babies.
I like that
That's
one.
interesting.
Oh, the Ginseng Babies looks like it's just yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. No, yeah, Mandragora.
Whichever.
The Bellwick.
It was one of those.
Hopkinsville Goblins. Ooh, that's also something.
Silvery creatures that besieged a farm in Kentucky.
And then non-book smarts are Wampus Cat,
Not too confused.
Tommy Knockers by Stephen King,
Yeah.
and Tally Poo.
I think the Hobsonville Goblins.
Kaneeka did say Tally Poo earlier, and I have no idea what the fuck that was.
Poo, yeah. I do want to see this because that's potentially relevant to what we're looking for.
Hmm. Oh, baby.
Toilet Goblin.
Yes.
Actually.
The Hopkinsville Goblins case was a supposed close encounter with extraterrestrials in the 1950s near Hopkinsville, Kentucky. During the incident, 5 adults and 7 children arrived at the local police station, claiming that a group of small chrome creatures had besieged their farmhouse for hours. When police arrived on the scene, they found bullet holes and spent shells, but little else in the way of evidence. Skeptics suggest the family had simply misidentified a group of great horned owls.
Crazy.
Ashbar Rembrandt's type.
Ashbaugh and his family.
Damn.
We will never forgive those bastards.
When summoned a horde of owls.
The tragedy.
Even so, the incident remains one of the most thoroughly corroborated and documented cases of extraterrestrial contact.
Huh.
Anyone?
I
think Tommy Knockers because Kaneeka said it. Although I am kind of interested in those ginseng babies, mostly.
She said Tally.
Oh, Tally. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions.
Hush boy.
But it was quick, and ran back through its hidey hole and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. "Guess that'll have to do," he said to the dog, and threw the tail in a pot to cook a soup.
Tail soup.
He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up.
That's a tiny tail.
The hunter crawled into his bed, satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke to the sound of long nails scrambling against wood. His dog was nowhere in sight,
no.
only a rumpled spot on the covers where he'd been. And in the gloom, he saw 2 big yellow eyes staring right at him.
Oh, no.
No. Oh, I've heard this before.
"I want my Tally Poo." A high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. "Go away!" he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across hardwood accompanying its movement. "I want my Tally Poo," the creature growled again. I'll get my dog after you, the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. I want my Haley-poo. Before the hunter could so much as scream, the creature leapt from the darkness, long claws stretched out towards the hunter.
Everything goes dark, and he died.
No one is sure what the creature did to him that night. The next morning, all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney, standing alone in the woods.
That's actually kind of sick. The whole house disappears except for the chimney.
Thus, Santa Claus was still able to visit.
Thank God. Taley-Poo by Eric Selsemeyer. They hit me like a truck. I was like, I remember this. I had to Google the book. Got that motherfucker at the Scholastic Book Fair.
Wow.
It's safe to say that life was hard in the South after the Civil War. The land and its people had been ravaged by conflict, and many turned to unusual industries to get by. One such industry was that of ginseng diggers, or sang diggers, as they were colloquially known, who eked out a meager living for themselves by digging up and selling wild American ginseng.
I've heard that term before. I had no idea what it meant until now.
That's crazy.
Myths surrounding sang diggers were plentiful. Most prominent among them was that of the ginseng baby. It is said that if you dig up a ginseng root on the night of the new moon, it will cry like an infant and leave blood in the earth when it's torn free.
Huh, okay.
The parallels to European mandrake myths are clear, and it can be assumed this myth arose from cross-pollination from European immigrants. But perhaps on the night of the new moon, you should go out and dig up a ginseng root. See if it cries, and check the earth for its blood.
That's cool.
For it could be that the myth spread not through legends passed down through immigrant families, but from the unsettling experiences of these Appalachian foragers.
It's probably the former.
Or people being bored and, hyperbolizing.
Telling stories, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
That's what we do here. Unless you feel particularly drawn, I don't necessarily feel like desire.
Yeah.
I know all of these except for Tommy Knockers, and that just sounds like a fucking
that was
Chili's
Stephen King
knockoff.
novel? It's a Stephen King novel?
Oh, well, I didn't read it.
Yeah.
I have neither.
I'm actually curious if there's a Stephen King joke lying around in here.
Okay.
Do it.
Tommy Knockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside.
What?
It's like a canary in the coal mine, but possibly evil situation.
Yes.
They are traditionally thought to be impish leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. They also say their names are Wayne.
Oh.
Also, we don't really talk about this, but like the concept of the phrase "canary in the coal mine," like what it's based off of, is actually fucked up.
Oh, it's super fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fucked up.
They're just like, let's just have a bird in the mines, and if the bird dies, that means there's gas, and we gotta fucking go.
That means we're fucked.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm good here.
Yeah.
Yep.
You close the book and put it back. I think I'm all done.
Let's check in.
I think I'm all done. Let's check in.
Alright, if we're going with what Kaneeka's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought us the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Sorry, we're in the south. Nuclear. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything?
Whoa.
Oh, yeah! Get it!
Handsome.
Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Almost on instinct, Stella slams her book shut.
Aw.
That's me. Oh, hey, Pixel. Pixel?
I was just saying,
Great
oh,
name for a
completely.
cat.
Yeah. Also, people in the chat are saying that apparently they sometimes had little air tanks to revive the canaries in the coal mines. It's actually cool. I didn't know that.
I also didn't know that.
Kaneeka says, you might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any papers he can find.
So he hangs in a library.
That's
genius.
That's really funny, yeah.
Look at that bastard. He
This
knows what
dog's
he's
got
about.
priorities,
He's
yeah.
smug as fuck.
Hey, he's a cat.
Yeah.
Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats.
Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treats.
Pop off. Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him.
Let him go.
He's just coughing. It looks like, I know he's eating, but it looks like he's
Yeah, I know.
coughing.
Why do you let a paper shredder wander a library?
That's kind of funny. I don't know if I would say that, but it's very funny.
You decide to leave Pixel be.
Oh,
The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep.
Loaf mode.
Pure loaf.
alright. I better get back to Sheldon. Let me know if y'all need anything else.
Better get back. By which I mean, I better get back to Sheldon. 'Cause I'm
Young
watching
Sheldon.
Big Bang Theory.
He just said bazinga, and I'm gonna lose it.
Funniest thing I ever saw.
You guys watch those bazinga compilations on YouTube where they take the laugh tracks out?
Holy shit! I gotta watch that.
It's awful. It'll make your fucking skin crawl.
Oh.
Alright. I mean, I do want to know what she meant by nuclear incidents.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Stella, what was that you were saying about nuclear incidents?
You were talking about that Goldsboro thing, right?
Was there a nuclear plant in Goldsboro?
Haha, yeah.
Oh!
Apparently in the
yeah.
60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up midair and dropped a couple of bombs.
Yeah, that did happen.
Did it? That's
They
a
just-
real
they
thing?
just didn't
I
go
believe. Yes, I believe that is, if not exactly, relatively what happened, where we could have accidentally wiped out a large portion of America.
That's
if
Holy shit.
it went off.
the amount of times that like terrible things in history have just gotten very, very lucky is crazy.
Yeah, so that's why, again, I don't know enough to know about. I don't remember enough to like if it like wasn't armed, so it shouldn't have, but it still could have, or like we got
Yeah.
super lucky. But like, I'm almost certain that's a true story how we almost accidentally nuked a part of the United States, and I think it was the East Coast.
Like that time the Soviet sub almost shot the nukes and the guys mutinied.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Actual fucking world heroes. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of two bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off.
That's crazy.
At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing the detonation was a single electrical switch which failed to trigger on descent.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered.
That's awesome. It's
Gretchen
not
has
awesome, but
Yeah, Gretchen knows for it. The dog mayors have a secret cabal of where the nukes are.
the dog mayors get the nuclear football when they're elected.
That's a hell of a title for a novel. Right, its conventional explosive disintegrated in midair, but most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. Covered it in seals.
So the nuke made the ditchlings.
That's really funny to say. I mean, like, the Booksmart thing is kind of annoying.
It's also like, I don't know, 300 miles, nukes are pretty strong.
Yeah.
Look at Gretchen, she's loving it.
I mean, Gretchen's loving everything.
I'm Gretchen and I'm loving life.
I'm Gretchen, and ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm a dog.
I mean, I don't really like any of these. I do think this is irrelevant, mind you, so I don't...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if the bomb is somewhere else, why would there be ditchlings here? That's less snooty than the Booksmart one.
I guess, yeah. If the bomb was somewhere else, why would there be so many ditchlings here?
Yeah. Goldsboro is almost 400 miles from here. Not that we should be looking too hard at the disaster angle. Wherever those creatures
actually, it's 300 miles.
I was gonna say that, and I was like, is that actually just like because we're Booksmart, we're more accurate? That's crazy if that's
really
the detail
funny.
there.
Whatever my last part of that sentence was.
No,
Look, you never know with radiation.
We actually know quite a bit.
Yeah.
It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here.
It's like that time that some person at like a QA thing told the Metro 2030 guy, like, radiation won't mutate creatures like that, and he just went, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
Awesome.
duh, like it's fucking, you ruin half of sci-fi if you actually care
Yeah,
about that.
all comic books, just throw them away.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I didn't want to make a boring game, so
Yeah.
I said it mutated people.
Sorry, do you
too.
hate Spider-Man? You
Yeah.
fucker.
Do you know that there's no spiders that actually give you powers?
Well, not that we know about.
Uh-huh.
If Madam Web taught us anything, is that we should still be looking for new
So
spiders.
we're all in her web.
We're all in her web. You never know. We could all be in her web. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up.
I've missed this.
So I mean, I think Wayne factors into this.
Let's talk
I
about
I want to talk about the mine collapse. Because,
Yeah.
Look, I'm not dumb.
They
Mine collapses in a small mining town is a thing that is going to be that I'm almost certain is going to be relevant.
Listen, I'll sit here and say I apologize if this is not the most like exciting stream segment.
Ow.
But they literally said, "Hey, we're gonna give you a library section so you can get a shit ton of exposition really quickly." We had a spooky section at the start of the stream. It's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
So, about the coal mines here. Kaneeka visibly shudders.
I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never.
So Kaneeka does not crave the mines. Good to know. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevasse.
Whoa, Stella! Biowife energy, Stella.
I don't know. I've seen the film The Descent. I do not crave any sort of caves or crevasses.
Yeah. This is very funny and accurate.
Yeah. Listen, I've listened to a few episodes.
Hey,
of Behind
it's
the
your
Bastards.
line, asshole.
Look, my mom ditched out because she didn't want to be. My mom ditched the tab because she didn't want to control the mine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break the chain of causation.
Yeah.
Oh, Yaz didn't even get to go to the library in their playthrough of this.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow. A union-busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Color me shocked.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Because I cleaned the toilet, Yaz says. Wait, what? If you clean the toilet, you don't get to go to the library? That's fucked.
Whoa.
I assume we kill the toilet goblin kidnaps us, and we have to give him a ruby.
I really hope that your cousin becomes incredibly nice to you after you clean that toilet, because Jesus God.
I mean, I'm not convinced the cousin isn't up to something. They were unavailable to reach last night at a time period.
That's true.
A key time period.
That's true.
And their mother mysteriously died recently.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what the sculpture out front's for. Commemorating all the men and children who died that day.
Every kid in Scarlet Hollow learns about the collapse of 1918. Our teachers love to emphasize how many children they had working down there. Probably to try and show us how good we have it or whatever.
I mean, you want to be in a mine, Kaneeka?
Low bar, if you ask me. It is a low bar, Kaneeka.
You know,
Bar?
that could be what the ditchlings are warning us about. Another collapse. The collapse of Western civilization.
No. The ditchlings are warning us about the dog mare rolling back child labor laws.
The dog bears are fucking disaster capitalists.
Yeah, it's gonna roll back child labor laws to get more treats.
And if you don't let him, he'll release the nuke.
I'm writing it down on the list of potential disasters, right next to dog mayors.
The dog mayors.
Yeesh, Stella, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market's way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with that kind of safety cutbacks he pulled. It's a bold thing of you to think, Kaneeka.
Fuck Charles Shaw. Y'all don't actually think that the mine's about to collapse, though, right? We shouldn't, notify people?
No, I don't think so.
Whew, had me worried there for a second. Anyway, back to my buttons.
I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought.
What a horrible night for a curse.
Kaneeka also hates Stella, or Tabitha.
What a horrible night for a curse. You never know.
Castlevania 2, shout out to you. Terrible game, but funny.
Ooh, that top one's interesting.
It does.
Let's pull up a book about Charles Shaw. Charles Wayne Shaw?
History tends to be written by winners. Maybe there's more to Charles Shaw's story than these dusty old books are letting on.
Normally, I'd be inclined to agree with you there. We're just talking about an old-timey coal boss. I'd be shocked if he wasn't cutting corners.
Brent does make a fair point. Shaw was certainly a problematic figure, but there might be other details that were lost to time.
Shaw did get hella cancelled after that.
The Me Too movement was not kind to Mr. Shaw.
In 1918.
I didn't know the Me Too movement was big on labor conditions in mines.
Well, they didn't talk so commonly, so it was the Me As Well movement. That's why I roll the tongue is good.
God damn.
Sure, but the guy was running out of town on a rail. That's what's happening in the thing.
Oh, that's what that picture is.
Wait, it's okay. So the town's on fire, as opposed to
My town's on fire. How about yours?
nice. As opposed to
Put the mayor on a beam and throw him on all fours. I don't know, nothing.
You're the best.
Running out of town on a rail. That's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural of it on the far wall. We already looked at it, but show us a close-up.
He got off easy, if you ask me.
I'm gonna keep probing this.
Yeah.
What happened after the mine collapse? The book just kind of glosses over that.
There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here.
It's the Forgotten Century. One Piece.
Shut up. The payoff's gonna be stupid.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. You know, the one that your family owns.
I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did.
Still hasn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk.
It's interesting that the Shaws owned the mine at some point.
Well, he was...
Running the mine, not owning it necessarily.
Yeah.
But
That's how I interpret it.
Tabitha seemed to imply that it was a family business.
Maybe after.
Well, I mean, you can own it, but still put someone else in charge of it for a period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's not that the Wayne one wasn't bad.
Wayne seems sick. Not sure if I get the claps.
I mean, this is truthfully my opinion, but I can also go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's do that because we'll get more information from that.
Yeah. I'm not sure I agree with the collapse angle, but the mines seem important. The whole town is built around them, after all.
Yeah, that's fair. They're bound to be relevant some way, so let's go to those mines.
Hard to argue against that, but it doesn't really give us much to go on.
What do you mean, go to the mine and start poking around?
Just because something seems obvious doesn't necessarily mean it's right or relevant.
Wait, some kind of fucking narc, Kaneeka?
How dare.
I actually think we should go back to the forest and look for the body.
There's a cult here. I don't necessarily have a thing to go on that we would think there's a cult.
Yeah, I don't know
here.
where we got that from.
They mentioned it a while ago. They talked about the bomb.
Oh,
A
really?
conspiracy about like an underground.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's not like there's
cult.
about underground mutants who work for the bomb, but...
And obviously that's not true.
Yeah. I could go explore with Wayne just to get maybe more information about Wayne.
I don't...
Otherwise,
I don't think
book
they
smart minds.
The mines are the obvious common thread here.
Yeah.
The mines are the obvious common thread between everything we've researched. Between Wayne and the old collapse, they're the smartest place to start our investigation.
Good idea. There's an awful lot of mines related stuff in my notes. We can poke around, find out if anyone's seen anything weird.
Just to clarify, you two are suggesting we go question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right?
Yeah, totally. 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. That wasn't me.
Mines. Good. Let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines.
I promise, Neeks. We're just going to question some of the
This is
miners.
the first time she's called her Neeps.
Yeah, that's no good. And if that question gives us good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I am not going underground.
Well, I mean, you haven't seen this bridge yet. It's very welcoming. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface.
Yeah, and hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it. I mean, we can bring up Tabitha.
I think we should try to stay underneath the radar, frankly.
Yeah.
That is yes. That's my thought as well.
Yeah, she would. You're right. She would kill us.
Alright, but if we're doing this, let's do our best to stay under the radar. I'm already in hot enough water with Tabitha as is.
That sounds like a good idea.
We'll be super sneaky, I promise. I can even keep lookout. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I miss this.
I missed it too.
Just kiss already.
Though, there is something missing. That's
There's
the
some
other
guy.
It only took Duke getting his brains blown out to bring these two friends closer together again.
I mean, that happens often.
Yeah,
Reese.
that's how murder mysteries work. Reese.
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 Pieces.
All right, hand. 3, 2, 1.
Reese. You
I
fuck.
don't like I said Reese.
I hate you. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been. Have you seen him lately?
Lately.
Yeah.
Nope. I tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick.
I didn't realize it was getting so bad. That poor guy.
You know, we could just pop over and surprise him and see if he was the guy having a bad time in the intro video. He seemed excited to meet Brent. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. By the way, he lives in a cave.
Like a mine? Hell
It's
yeah.
an above ground cave.
Let's do it.
See, Oscar? We'll let you know if we're on Rosalina. And Luma, whatever his name is.
Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted.
Spend some time in the library on Tuesday.
Amazing.
Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness.
Reese, it's Stella. Brought some buddies, too.
Oh. Shh. Not so loud. He's sleeping. Can I help you with something? I'm not gonna
The woman in
lie.
the doorway is tall.
Wood.
Yeah, of course.
The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you.
Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out.
Nothing strenuous, we promise.
I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned, it's probably beyond what he can manage right now. Anyways. Oh no, poor Reese.
It's just been so long since either of us have got a chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Brent would get along super well, too.
Who the fuck is Brent?
Boiled peanuts, let's go!
Yeah. That's,
Oh, that's a terrible. I mean,
no, it's obviously the move, though. You gotta introduce yourself.
yeah, but
Also, if you
saying,
say you're Brett, she's going to. I mean, everyone knows you're Vivian's kid.
that's true.
Even if we said I'm Brent, her first response would be Vivian's kid.
Oh my god.
Then she's gonna shoot us.
Handle in the chats is the mutual puppy dog eyes. Yeah, fucking Stella and Gretchen
Ah,
both
yes.
doing it.
Nice. That's tactics.
That's really good.
Hi,
Yeah, go for
I'm the aforementioned Brent. You might have remembered when Stella brought me up.
Legends of Brent.
Hi,
I'm Brent.
I'm Brent. Vivian's kid?
I know who you are.
Everyone does.
I know what you are.
I'm not fucking scared of you.
The way she avoids looking at you speaks. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all.
Damn.
Reese's mom turns back to the house, sighing.
I knew you were gonna comment on that.
Oh, I wasn't saying it like that. I was just saying, like, goddamn, she turned away really fast. But you're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I know I was a little rude. You just you just want to hang out with Reese. And he misses both of you too. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper. And y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Brant.
Thanks.
That'd be great. I can bring a side dish. Maybe deviled eggs to still eat those?
No. Eggs are a little too much for him. In this economy. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle.
Okay, I'll bring soda then.
That's not... Okay, yeah, fine. You can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably.
I'll bring the Four Locos.
No, that's
Nice.
that's terrible.
No. I promise. He will be feeling great.
He can
You're
have
feeling loco.
he can have one loco at most.
The other three you're gonna have to drink yourself.
But 4 of them, way too much loco.
That's too much loco for any one man.
Why are they called Four Locos? I never thought of that. until
Nobody
now.
knows, but yeah,
Oh, no?
in college we absolutely called them we're like I'm too loco in right now.
Man, pre-alcohol Nerf Four Locos were crazy.
You mean pre-caffeine Nerf?
No, they cut the booze out too.
No, they're still very alcoholic.
Yeah, they used to be more alcoholic.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, they're like 14% right now, which is pretty crazy.
Never had one.
Good for you. You're better
They're not
off.
great.
They taste like battery acid.
Those
Oh,
4 key ingredients.
and leave the dog at home.
She might cheer him up. You know they have therapy dogs in hospital.
No dogs.
No dogs allowed.
You got that dog in you? Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Damn.
Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within.
Getting big Munchausen's by proxy energy off Dr. Kelly.
Yeah. God, that woman makes me so nervous. Also, can you hide the text box? I want to see her belt really quick. Oh, hell
Think
yeah.
it's
a bat.
Batman?
It's a bat.
Damn, that's a kick-ass belt.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Kaneeka's whole outfit is pretty great.
Yeah.
She's just like Tumblr. Sorry about it.
She's dressed like Tumblr is a great sentence.
She used to be so nice when we were kids. Always had the best stickers when we got our shots.
Oh, okay. I
Had
love
to get
that.
our shots.
I love that, actually.
Maybe she's just stressed about Reese.
I mean, you think?
Ever since he ate all that Utonium.
Or maybe she's just nice to kids.
Either way, I guess she's just 3 of us. You gonna drive?
Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. The mystery.
I know
machine.
she's just closing her eyes, but it almost just looks like she
Yeah.
has nothing
No
in her eye sockets.
She's been possessed
Yeah, or just
by
like her
Le
just like-
Demon.
or just like her eyes were removed, there's just like the blank sockets, like straight horror movie shit.
Be not afraid.
Cool, I'll take my shortcut then. Shouldn't take too long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Brent. Don't worry, I won't be offended ride with Kaneeka. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Oh.
Don't make her walk alone.
Either way works for me.
And what we do to get there, we'll find out next time.
Yeah, I think that I was just
On
saying
Scarlet Hollow?
that's the perfect
On Dragon
stopping
Ball
spot.
Z.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, Gretchen defeated.
Oh, folks.
Folks.
That's gonna do it for another Scarlet Hollow stream. Hey, still very, very into this game. Still very, very much want to start my own save tonight and play about a couple hours of it. but I will be strong. And hey, if you're watching live, please be excited for Saturday. We won't be back till then. We got 2 days off, but we'll be back with you for 10 hours of content, including a bunch of different things that are all well produced and will be very, very fun. So get hyped. But until next time, stick around for art because I'm hanging in your backyard. Starting off art this week, Raiden. With, hi, I haven't posted much at all. However, I've drawn my own OC in the princess's place because I got obsessed with Slay the Princess. Just a little doodle. Can't wait to see these streams as well. Hell yeah. Really, really good. I mean, the recreation of the art, the wall, like the backgrounds is incredible. And
like a harpy or a fury type, perhaps?
Yeah.
I was actually wondering. I was
cool.
kind of thinking that during Slay the Princess, I wanted a bird princess.
Yeah, like a half bird princess. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, even if that meant we were human for a run.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if you reached your hand out and it was like a human hand for a second.
Yeah,
I'd lose my mind. Really, really cool, Raiden. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
James with Brent. Hey, it's been a while since I posted here. Anyways, I really like Scarlet Hollow, and I wanted to make my own version of Brent. He's so silly. I love him. Are you kidding me?
Canonical Brent appearance.
You made a Brent? This is so cool. I like that it's basically like anime Prij and Chris. It's really good.
I think it's supposed to be all three of us.
Yeah, probably. I guess maybe previously my hair was a bit longer. Chat, let me know what you think about my hairstyle. I hate it right now. No, this is super cool. Definitely not hiding boiled peanuts. Most avid members of the Dead Moms Club has a cat named Truck/roommate. And is a
Imagine there was just a fucking little boiled peanut like puddle, I guess, in
the bottom of the hoodie
pocket.
Yeah. Fucking Chad, is this for real?
Brent, why do you keep looking at a camera as if it exists and asking Chad if it's real?
That's so good. Hell yeah, James. Thank you so much. Glad to have you back. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Daffodil with hello. I'm probably gonna miss the first part of the stream because I have D&D in parentheses watch saving throw. Hell yes. But I wanted to post some art. So here's Stella and Brent hanging out before everything went wrong. Update. Unfortunately, D&D was canceled.
No.
At least I can watch the whole stream now. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, my D&D got canceled, but glad to have you for the stream.
Scheduling difficulties is the final boss.
Yeah. No, super good.
What if we took a selfie in front of the unspeakable horrors, Oni-chan?
Yeah. Really good. Really good. It was several years ago my friend showed me the Scarlet Hollow demo and put Tabitha's smile on this profile picture for a long time after that. It still haunts me.
Yeah.
No!
Fucking thanks, I hate it.
Wow, that's so good.
I have seen this before, so
I actually think I might have too.
And it is. It's like I thought I didn't know what the joke was, and now that I do, it's so horrifying.
It's really good. Holy shit! Thank you for sharing that. Yes. Rumple teaser with you guys made Wayne sad plus art from last time. Fuck you, Wade.
There's something awesome about seeing like an antagonist or villain and being like, yeah, fuck you, bud.
Yo, it's the Dead Moms Club.
One member seems less happy to be there than the others.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
And Brent's trying to play it cool.
Chris. Wow, the working of like the neck.
Yeah, you like that?
Is really good.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Yeah,
I'm all about wish fulfillment over here.
Chris, thank you for your sacrifice.
I tried to fix the skin tone to match the Gretchen skin tone, but it wasn't working.
No
need to.
I don't know.
This accomplishes exactly what it needs to.
Incredible.
Just add Gretchen to other terrible tragedies throughout history, like
Gretchen was there
like famous
at
paintings.
the
Yeah.
Yo, and yes, with you like Gretchen's face, so I drew. I love that. Like looking at these next to each other, it's a 1-to-1. Like,
Oh, we should make this an emote. Is what I'm realizing now.
oh, we actually should. This is great. I love this. That's so good. Chrono Wizard with the meme. I actually started working on my art with the first vid drop, but the right side is purely for the stream. Definitely looking forward to seeing more of this game.
You should post that meme in the Scarlet Hollow or the Black Tabby Discord. I'm sure they'd appreciate that.
You should, Chrono. Holy shit.
I'm probably gonna do that with mine, actually, as I'm realizing.
That's so good. And secondly, the Maryland Harbor Pusher. That's such a good name.
Is there a reference I'm not getting here?
No, that's the name of the fucking, or that's the stranger at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Remember, he pushed people into
God,
harbors.
fuck that guy. Yeah.
A very cute Stella, a very, very cute Gretchen. A drawing of what was in Stella's sketchbook is so good.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. The streamer. And fucking the Misai girl. Yeah. Misa fucking about to Detroit smash us.
This has that same energy as the meme of the person crawling and then there's the person doing the elbow drop above them.
Oh my god. I love that meme so much. But until next time, you're all the best. And have a great evening. Whenever you see us next time. Magnus says goodbye.
Goodbye.